At the end of World War II, Korea was divided in half at the 38th parallel. The North, communists led by Kim Il-sung, and the South, U.S. influence led by Sigmund Reed.
North Korea was unhappy with the 38th parallel and wanted to invade South Korea. But before they invaded, North Korea had to ask Russia because Russia would help aid North Korea, and they didn't want to make Russia upset.
The United States' objective was to contain North Korea because if North Korea invaded South Korea, it would be easier for communism to spread into Japan, enabling the domino theory.
Kim Il-sung got permission from Stalin to invade South Korea, so on June 25, 1950, North Korea crossed the 38th parallel, creating a battlefront which moved all the way down to Seoul and eventually to Busan.
At the United Nations meeting, China was not allowed in the conversation, and that caused the USSR to be upset, and the USSR boycotted the meeting. Therefore, when the US came in and said, we would like to fight for South Korea against North Korea, under the name of the UN, USSR was not there to veto the action.
Douglas MacArthur led the U.S. troops under the name of the UN and pushed North Korea past the 38th parallel to the Chinese border, getting the Chinese involved in the war.
This resulted in the strong Chinese military pushing the front all the way back to Seoul.
Truman was upset that MacArthur went all the way up to the Chinese border instead of just containing North Korea. Therefore, with that action, Truman fired MacArthur from the U.S. Army.
The war goes on for another 2 years, and the U.S. pushes the war back up to the 38th parallel, leading to a stalemate.
While the war was going on, people were angry that Truman fired MacArthur. And when the war ended at the 38th parallel, the people were upset because no progress was made and the war was still at the 38th parallel. People viewed it as pointless. There was never a treaty made, and so the stalemate at the 38th parallel became a 2.5-mile demilitarization zone. The war is still technically going on today, except for no one will cross the zone. North Korea is still led by the Kim family, and South Korea still goes on.